Hey, welcome to another video from SkinnyMedic. One of the questions I get asked quite often, and I see it on threads, Instagram, things like that, is you've opened your cat tourniquet now, and now you don't know how to put it back together. You don't know how to stage it, prep it, so it's ready for use. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. So why do we wanna stage our cat tourniquets? Well, because we stage them for one-handed applications. This is the toughest way to apply a cat. We can apply it to our legs. We have both hands to apply it to. We take a round into the arm, we get a severe cut to the arm. Now we're limited to one arm because this arm is dead. You're not gonna be able to use it. So, or have limited movement at it. So we stage it for that. So we have this here, opens up. We're able to get it onto our arm very quickly. Red tip goes towards the heart. That's a quick tip for you. And it pulls tight. That way we can apply the tourniquet quickly and safely. Alright, so we're going to start here at the timestamp. Make sure that it does not get pulled over like this. A lot of guys I see pull it like this. This is one step you got to remember when you're applying is to pull this loose. So go ahead and secure your timestamp to the side. That way in a stressful situation you don't have to remember to undo it here. So this is our tail here. This is where the red tip of course comes in here. Have this about 6 to 8 inches, depending on how good you are at measuring, 6 to 8 inches. Guys, ask your wife or girlfriend to measure for you. But have this about to here. And then when it folds up, I usually put the Velcro on top of itself right here because it actually helps keep it closed together. So you can stick it together just like that. And it sticks together. That way it doesn't kind of come flimsy apart. So I hope that makes sense. So we've got this here. Gonna run this down here. So now we've basically 6 to 8 inches. We fold it in half here and then just fold it back on top of itself. And that little bit of stickiness will actually help keep it together. So there is a little bit of a difference when we're staging our cats if you have a new Gen 7 versus the older ones. I'm gonna show you a closer look here. Now I'll post a complete video on the updated Gen 7 cat. If you haven't seen that, go watch that video. It's a complete update on the new Gen 7. So this one over here is the older generations, like the red tips you find in most surplus, and even the black tip, like the old ones. So here's one of the differences you're gonna find. So the buckle here. This one here, on this side right here, is set up that if we go through just the arm, we only need this buckle here. But if we go through a leg, then they really wanted us to come back and feed it through this loop here to get more retention on it. With the new Gen 7, they said we didn't have to. So with the new Gen 7, this is not a huge big deal. Just run it through the buckle, 6 to 8 inches past there, and then fold it in half. So here, open it up, and then fold it in half. And it's ready to go. It's ready to set up. There again, I've got the Velcro touching each other there. Right here is what I'm talking about. The Velcro's touching, so it helps it stay together. So with the older generation tourniquets, like I was saying before, if you wanted to come through the leg, then they really recommended you come through this loop and feed it back through. Which isn't a huge big deal because we're applying this to our legs, so we have both hands. So you do not want it this way pre-staged because you can't pull it as tight because it's got more friction. So if you've got one of these older generation tourniquets, you want to feed it through this first buckle right here, that first one, because this makes it easier to feed the strap through to get it tight. So we'll put it, secure it there, stretch it out, fold it in half, and you can tuck your windlass in. And this one is ready to go. Obviously make sure that you get the tourniquet out of the packaging. I wholeheartedly believe that you should have it out of the plastic and ready to deploy. I normally keep one on my belt ready to go, and then I keep a second one in my IFAC. That way I have access to 2 tourniquets. But I keep one that's deployed ready to go on my belt. That way if I need it, I've got quick and easy access to it. So obviously a lot of guys do put these in holsters to keep them protected out of the weather, but you need to have it relatively available and have it so you can reach it with both hands. Another mistake I see made by guys is they put it and they can't access their tourniquet by both hands, because you just never know which hand's going to be injured, whether it be your right hand or your left hand. So you need to have your tourniquet accessible by both hands, whether you just rubber band it to your vest, put it in a holster, put it in a pocket, but make sure that you can get to it with both hands. So I hope this video helps. You never know when you'll be the first responder. Remember, you need the right gear and the right training.